Hey, my name is Leshona, and I am a third-year biology student at McMaster University, and this is my story. My story starts in 2017, and I remember I would hear a lot about McMaster University. I was thinking about, which school I would go to for, I was planning to do a science degree, and people were always telling me go to McMaster. Like, McMaster is the science school, that's where you need to be. And so I kind of had McMaster in my mind and on my heart. And I remember the summer before my grade 12 year, I went on a bunch of different university tours. So we went to Western, we went to Laurier, Waterloo, Guelph, Brock, all of them. And when we finally went to McMaster, I don't know why, but that was the only place where I truly felt at home. Like, I got on the campus and I was just like, yes, this is it. And I had no idea why that was. But I decided, okay, McMaster might be the place. And a couple months into my grade 12 year, we had an ACF presentation. I thought it was awesome that there were going to be other Adventist students on my campus and getting to have that community of people around you, even though, you're far away from home. So I loved the idea, and I was so excited to join the ACF chapter on my campus. So fast forward to my first year of university. Just to give you guys some details about me. So I'm currently the president of Cornerstone ACF, which is the ACF chapter at McMaster, and I absolutely love it. And I was super excited to get involved in my grade 12 year. And when I got to university, would you guys believe that for the first 6 months, I attended one Friday night Bible study, just one. During my first year, I just didn't really feel like I needed God. I thought, I can do this on my own. I can do all these tests, and I can make friends, and I can just handle everything by myself. And when I didn't do so well on those tests, it was like, God, what are you doing? Or when my friend group started to fall apart and wasn't looking the way I had envisioned, I was like, God, what are you doing? I thought you were gonna help me. I can do it by myself, but I thought you were gonna help me. So my first year was really rough. That first semester was challenging. I was feeling super overwhelmed. I felt like I was alone, I didn't really know anybody. And fast forward to December of that year, and I had to take an exam on a Saturday night because it got deferred. And I remember I was just standing there minding my business, and I see this guy looking at me, and I was just like, who is this creep? But I recognized him from that one Friday night Bible study that I went to. It's an FNL. That one FNL, and I was like, okay, yeah, I kind of recognize him, but I doubt he knows my name. I doubt he's gonna remember who I am. It's been months, right? And so I start looking around, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably not gonna know who I am. I look over again, and he's looking at me. I'm just like, this guy is crazy. There have to be witnesses around just in case something happens, And, he eventually comes over, and he's just like, hey, and I was like, hi. And he's like, yeah, I'm Nate. I recognize you from that first FNL we had in September. Your name is Leshona, right? And guys, when I say I was shook, I could not believe that not only did he remember my face, but he remembered my name. That was just crazy to me. Anyways, we got into a little bit of a conversation, but that moment always stuck with me, because who remembers the name of somebody you met? And he didn't even really meet me that one time. We hit second semester, still deciding that I'm gonna do everything on my own. And we get to February, and I have what I say is my first ever real encounter with God. That's a story for another time. But I really encountered God for myself that time, February 2019. And from that point on, I just remember God saying, don't worry, I got you. You're trying to handle everything on your own, school, friends, everything. And I'm telling you that I have got your back. And so I was like, okay, God, I trust you. I'm trying to move forward in my relationship with you. I think this is going to be great. And I had no idea what God was going to do, and it was awesome. So one Friday night around March, I usually went home for the weekends, but that weekend I hadn't gone home. All of my friends had gone home that weekend, surprisingly. My roommate was gone, and so I was pretty much by myself. And I decided, okay, you know what? I'll just go to this FNL. Like, I'll go to this Friday night Bible study, I'll see what they're doing there. My plan was to go, sit, not really talk to anybody, and then dip at 8 o'clock when they finished. And I got there, I was the first person there, and the president was there at the time of Rome, and we started talking. He seemed pretty cool, and then a bunch of other people started to come by, and still deciding I'm just gonna sit by myself. And of course, the first thing he says is, okay guys, so we're gonna start our icebreaker activity, and we're doing this in pairs. I was like, no, I have to go meet somebody. Great. Thankfully, the person I did meet was really cool. Shout out to Michael. He was just super friendly and welcoming, and by the end of the evening, I was grabbing my bag. I was like, this was fun, but I gotta go. And he's just like, where are you going? Like, come sit, come on, let's get to know each other, let's talk. And I was like, okay, sure. We ended up staying, everybody ended up staying till 10:30. I was like, this is crazy, and everyone here was so cool. Something about that evening was the first time I felt like I had a community around me. And I can honestly say that going to that FNL that evening was the best decision I ever made, because it's when this is gonna sound super corny, but it's when I found my family. And since then, it's just been progression forward in my relationship with God. Honestly, the thing I love about Cornerstone and ACF in general is it's not just a bunch of clubs on a campus where you guys meet on a Friday night to have a Bible study. These guys are your friends. And when I say friends, these are the guys who invited me out to go get bubble tea on a Saturday night, or the friends who when you're walking off campus, they roll up in their cars hey, how you doing? Shout out to Rashida. These are the friends who will check on you and make sure you're okay, tell you if there's anything you need, we got you. You can call them at any time of the night and be like, bro, I had this epiphany about God and life, I gotta tell you. And they're super amped to hear it. These guys became my friends. And so if I could offer any advice to a first-year student, I would say, honestly, pray about the decision. I never could have imagined that when I was stepping onto McMaster campus in grade 12, that God was gonna do the crazy and amazing things that he did in my life. I had no idea what that feeling was, and looking back on it, I can honestly say that it's been an awesome experience. Also, if there is an ACF chapter on your campus, find those guys. That's gonna be your community. Those are gonna be some of your best friends, honestly. And just trust God with that decision. He will guide you to the right place. So that is it, and that's my story.